Welcome to Deep Thought. See things from different angles. See things from different angles. Now, this is part of thinking. This is part of thinking overall. And I'm going to tell you what, it's very powerful if you can see both sides of a story. Even when somebody's coming against you, I'm going to tell you something with me. When somebody comes against me for whatever reason, I honestly make an effort to see where they're coming from. I don't always tell them that though, but I'll be like, okay, what angle they coming from? Then you can understand better. But it's not even like against a possible opponent. But then if you're solving problems, if you're trying to think about something, look at it differently. Okay, like say there's some problem come up, some bad situation come up. Now, the other day on Tuesday, I talked about positive thinking. Now, sometimes that bad situation might have came up because you were thinking a certain way. Now, what I would suggest is, maybe the way you were thinking got you in that bad situation. Look at it from a different angle. Look at it from a different angle. You might come up with a solution. Sit back a bit. Look at it from a different angle. Also, just getting through life, just understanding. Like if somebody's having a conversation with you and y'all seeing stuff, look at it from a different angle. There have been times when I would have discussions with people and we would see stuff from a different thing. And I would look at it from the angle and say, oh, okay. It ain't necessarily mean I agree with it, but then I understood. And then we could come to maybe a common viewpoint on it because I would see, okay, I'm looking at it from this angle, but they're looking at it from that angle. So you want to do that. And even when you're not dealing with another person, try to look at it from a different way. Try to look at it, not even from their point of view, but within yourself. Like if you're solving a problem, if you look at it from different angles, like I said, one angle might have got you in trouble, but then try to look at it from another angle. Look at it from another angle. That way you can solve that problem. And then I'm going to tell you what, just understanding, just getting through life. See, one of the things through life is we're not all robots. Yeah, the theys want a herd. The theys want people to all think alike, but all people don't. Every single person thinks in a different way. Every single person. Even if it might be similar. You might have a group of people they thinking similar, but they still seeing something different. Sometimes you can see a solution to something. You can see, you can view it from an angle, then you can understand something. There's so many things that can help you just by looking at it from a different angle. You can solve the problem. It could just, it could just help you out. Shoot, even if it's not even about problems sometimes. Sometimes you might be building something. It was like, oh, let me do it from this angle. Oh, okay. This looks better from looking at it from this way as opposed to this way. You want to do that. That's one of the things. You want to do that. You want to really open your mind. You don't want to be stuck in a certain way. Because then the more you open your mind, that actually makes you more powerful. That actually gives you power going through life. Because you're not stuck in just seeing something one way. You're not stuck in seeing something one way. You're looking at like how this can help you. How even like situations beyond you can help you. Like, if we're looking at different ideas, different philosophies, and that might not be your philosophy, your idea, your spiritual belief, your political belief, whatever. But it could help you to understand, okay, they coming from it from this way. And you might have a business. You might have a issue. It could be anything. Shoot, even in relationships. I don't talk about relationships, but understand why your mate is coming from it from a certain angle. Try to understand why they seeing stuff the way they see it. Then y'all could probably solve any conflict. Because conflicts, like in relationships, conflicts come because two different people have two different ideas how they looking at something. You know, they might have a good idea on something. You might have a good idea, but then y'all bring it together. Y'all might create a third great idea. You see how I'm saying? Y'all see how I'm doing this? You know, because when you're thinking, you want to expand as much as possible. You want to expand it. You want to open your eyes to the greatest extent. And then it was like, then when problems come up, well, you're not just stuck in one way of solving that problem. You got multiple ways of doing it. I want y'all to think about that. Seriously. Like even when I know some people, y'all might watch these videos, y'all might see something, y'all might disagree with something. But then see, okay, well, maybe Rom's coming from it from this angle. You don't have to agree with it, but just understand it. Where is he coming from? Where's that at? You know? Try to see it. You know? Try to see it. In fact, some people might call that term empathy. Understanding where the other person's coming from. You know? Then you can understand it and then you can deal with it. Then understanding where the other person is coming from, not understanding their angle, maybe you could solve the issue. Very important, very, very important. And you know, when you're seeing things from different angles, like I said, you opening your mind, you know, and especially when you're talking about solving problems. Like I said, positive thinking gets you through bad situations. If you're looking at that bad situation like 5 different ways, you could probably solve it. 5 positive ways. Say, well, I could solve it this way, or I could solve it this way. You know, you might have a car, you know, that breaks down someplace. Now, you might have some ability to fix a car. You can look at it from that angle, or say, oh, well, no, I can have it towed to this place. They can fix it. They can save some time. And while they fixing it, I can do something else. That's another angle. It's so much. But the thing is, you still getting it fixed. It's just a question of how you going to get it fixed. And you know, that's just one example because, you know, going through life, we have problems. That's just it. We have problems. But we do have the power to think. And the more we can expand our thinking, the more powerful we're going to be. I want y'all to think on that. Really think about that. Really think about where you can go, what you can do. Really think about different angles, different ways you can look at something. I want y'all to think on this, all right? So anyway, that's all I have. Like even, you know what, real quick, even with this video, think about it from different angles. Yeah, I could take it straight forward or try to see it a different way. And then even in life, even when you get a time, practice. It could be something simple, but look at something different. You know, you might be driving someplace, you know, every now and then just drive a different way. Drive a different way. You know, you could drive that way, but you could drive that way. You know, sometimes you might see something interesting on this other road that you might need. Man, that's looking at something from a different angle. You know? So anyway, that's all I have. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you on Sunday morning, all right? Peace and blessings.